Okay, we back at it again. Let's see. See, look at this decor. We need some help. What's you on the phone talking about? Let's upgrade this. A regular mess hall +3 boost. Get some decor in there, it goes to +6. So every time they go and eat lunch, boom, they're getting a buff of 6. So that's a boost we really need, right? Just like the showers. I think the showers are +3. So passively, just their day-to-day actions, they're buffing their morale and always keeping the requirements in check. These researchers have been putting in work, you know, non-stop. Our water level to the left is crazy. We got to turn back on that polluted oxygen skimmer. The carbon's creeping up again. Refrigerator's full. Need more storage. 156,000 calories. We can go up to 12 dupes, really, if we want to. See what I did? I grabbed the settings from the first fridge and just applied it to the second fridge. Because, you know, even you could do that with the storage containers. You might say, hey, I want this and that in there, and exclude specific things. So you don't have to just do that in every single storage container. You go to the one where you make those settings, and then you select copy settings, and then you just drag it across. Like, those are cold specific storage. Up here is the general storage. But what I made sure is to not have liquefiables checked, because they'll dig in the snow, stick it in the storage, and after time it'll melt, and then there'll be water right there. And there's such thing as polluted ice. So you got polluted ice, it's in the storage, it melts, and depending on where the storage is, you might end up contaminating your water source, because the polluted ice has melted and now it's dripping into your water source. Like, these are things that's happened to me. They're like, oh no, where did that come from? And you learn the hard way. You have to regulate your storage, like what's in it. Going further in, you really got to check the temperature. We got to make sure we're not digging into heat and then thermal transferring heat into the base. Now this sick bay is what's needed to treat slime lung. You saw at the bottom, we got a bunch of polluted oxygen. So then moving around in there, eventually somebody's gonna have slime lung. And if you look at the top next to the calories, we have one dupe that's sick. They could be either food poison or slime lung. We keep a clean ship, and they use the bathroom and they wash their hands every time, and they take showers. So it's probably not food poisoning. It's probably slime lung due to the polluted oxygen in the bottom of the base. So we got to get that sick bay made, and we need a doctor. So we need skill points. Ooh, so my water's getting low, and I'm looking at all this polluted water, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna need to convert some of this into usable water. Very ambitious, but necessary, right? So I'm checking it out. I'm like, I'm gonna have to consolidate these bodies of water, consolidate them, put a pump in there, pump it to a sieve, and start to process it. So I'm looking at the lowest level of that body of water to the right, so I can dig it out and make it drop to the left and kind of unify all 4 of these polluted water bodies. It's a lot of work that's going to be done over here. And so, yeah, it begins. This is me thinking ahead. I still have enough water, but hey, my algae is getting low. 9 tons is nothing. I'm more comfortable with at least 20 tons with a bunch for me to still excavate, but we're gonna have to move away from algae for our oxygen and move into using water with a thing they call a spawn, a self-powered oxygen machine, right? And the community, they've been making these. They're called the Rodriguez. I think some guy named Rodriguez was like the first one to create it. They're tough, but they don't have to necessarily be as complicated as some have been, right? So we're gonna make maybe a simpler version of the Rodriguez, and that's gonna replace using algae as oxygen in the future. It's tough, but it's doable. So that's gonna be the floor of my basin, this polluted water basin, and I'm gonna consolidate these. You see the stairs are going in. This is why I put in that sick bay, because they're working over here and they're gonna need treatment, right? So let's carve out, let's get ready, let's make a floor, right? Let's unify. That's the level. The physics in this game are amazing. The water flows, gravity drops, like things function how you would think they would function. Even like the temperatures at which things boil, freeze, they're all at play. All of these liquids can be turned into steam. The germs that are in them can be boiled out, and you could visually watch the polluted water become germ free, because the germs can only live in a certain temperature. It's very cool. So this is the pump. We're also breaking through. Yeah. Watch them build that. I'm looking. Remember, we had that cavern to the left. This area is going to be the workstation, but we don't want it to be flooded with the carbon that we're using for our farm. So let's consolidate. Let's keep everything on a level. We're done with that. Up and over. There, you see all that breathing and wheezing? Slime lung. We have 2 people sick. It's up top left next to the calories. Yeah, they're gonna need to be treated. So all of this work, they're getting XP that we can apply to points, to skills. So hopefully Devin gets his creative point so he can be a master. And we're gonna have to pick who's gonna be the doctor, because we need one. That green gas is chlorine. This water was just germ-free, polluted water, but we're emptying out our bathrooms in there. So we've introduced germs into this water. So we're gonna have to deal with it and treat it. Now the final one to the right. You come on over. Let's make space for it. Get rid of all of this. Yeah. Gotta figure it out. Okay. This had a room. Go ahead and reconnect. Yeah. Last bit of water. A different kind of egg was made. I would assume it's a stone hatchling. The egg was probably moved into a storage container. Devin, let's go. Okay. Let's make sure. Devin. Now, raise your priority so you can get to work on those sculptures. Yes, sir. Suffocating. Who? Who is suffocating? Oh, it's probably them down there working on the corridor. They got a long way to get to before they can breathe. So combine that with the slime lung. Yeah, they're just about to bust into the oxygen. They should be good. And then we can lock off that door. That little boop with the red. It's like traumatic experience. This dupe's almost dying left and right. You don't want to hear that. For now. So we got our polluted water basin almost set up. Got a pump in it. We're gonna need to put a sieve to start processing this water. So let's go.